With the PBA On Tour winding down, it's time to take a look at some of the top-scoring guards in the league. And since this is a topic very close to the heart and a personal favorite of our resident sports tito, Mikey Reyes, he joins us tonight to list down his picks. But before we get to the picks...
Finally, nakakuha din ako sa topic na mag-enjoy tayo. Puro defense at saka pase. Dito tayo magkwentuhan.
tayo sa specialty of the house.
Dito tayo magkwentuhan.
Baluarte mo. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng points guard? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng scoring guard? Pero yung points guard in particular.
Points. That is the goal.
Bakit ba gusto mo yan?
No, I feel like a points guard is someone that is aggressive. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean shoot first, even though that's the moniker. It's really just being aggressive and trying to create first. And sometimes, when the shot is there, why not take it? Kaya nga nagpa-practice ng shooting, di ba?
Kahit sa'yo nga, even if the shot is not there.
Kahit if it's not there, you look for it.
You create.
Sa listahan nga natin, yung ibang player dito, hindi na-mention yung mga assist stats nila eh.
Mga in denial. Hindi ganun kaanginin nila.
Ganun ba?
Mga in denial dito.
Ito, hindi ako sigurado kung in denial to, pero una sa listahan, Diego Dario, friend of the show, 9.3 points per game, nag-career high ng 22 against Magnolia, and you mentioned him as a points guard.
Oh, well, if you watch Diego's social media, that's all he does. He practices his shooting. So why not, di ba? Why not try to, score some points? Especially Aaron had a couple of games na wala siya. Chris hasn't been there, obviously, in preparation for Gilas. So, the space is clear for him. Minutes are there for Diego. Si Anjo din had a couple of games that he wasn't there. So, every time I see him, sinasabi sa kanya, wala kang kalaban sa posisyon. Kung di ka patitira, paano pa, di ba? And that's the best thing that he can provide for Meralco is to space the floor.
Ano sinasagot niya?
Wala naman na talaga dahil pinapractice, kundi yun. Wala tayong pa mabibigay, kundi yun, di ba? So, I like how Diego's been playing. He's been aggressive and he's been trying to look for his shot.
Right. Okay, let's, lagi na lang na pag-uusapan dito si Diego. Yan ang mahirap pag wala. Hindi na dumadaan dito eh. Puro points kasi sinasikaso eh.
Shooting too much eh. Magagawa natin.
Let's go to your choice from Blackwater. You wanted to talk about RK Ilagan.
Yeah, one of my favorite points guards since he was in college. I covered him when he was with San Sebastian. And I knew that he could just really shoot the lights out. Even though he's one of the smaller guards in the league, if you have a shot from the outside, if you can pull up, if you have a mid-range game, then you can be effective. He was effective with Coach Jeffrey Carriazo when he was with Alaska. With Coach Aldin, medyo nabawasan because Aljon Melesio came aboard. So when Coach Jeff came back with Blackwater and RK was there, I pretty much knew na medyo alam na ni Coach Jeffrey kung paano siya gagamitin.
Iba yung tapang ni RK Ilagan.
Iba, yung tapang. May mga game winners yan with Coach Jeffrey dun sa Alaska conferences niya. So I knew that there was something in him that Coach Jeff trusted.
Yeah, and we'll see whether or not tutuloy yun sa upcoming conference. And of course, another player that has to be mentioned, another relatively small guard, pero this is the first double-digit scorer we're gonna talk about this per game. Si Paul Zamar ng Northport, 15.2 points per game.
Paul.
Yeah, for sure. Even when he was with UE, a lot of seasons in the D-League, he went around and then he found himself back. And he was with San Miguel for so long, winning championships. But it was his time when he was traded to Northport. Now without Berto, without Roy Sumang, the minutes are open for that point guard spot. It's him and Fran New sharing that scoring load or that point guard role. But, we're not sure if Fran New will be picked by Northport when the draft comes. Diba? They committed na pag umabot sa kanila, they'll pick him, but we'll see. So now it's really just Paul Zamar running that point guard spot.
What makes him effective as a points guard? What's his skill set?
Outside shot. It's not the fastest. He doesn't have a quick trigger, but his IQ, he knows. Ang lamang ng mga maliliit na scorer, they were never tall.
Right.
So basically, all your life, you had to find a way to score. So it doesn't really change. Unlike kung matangkad ka nung high school or nung college, and then you get to the post, medyo lilit ka. Ito mga sanay na ito mga to. So their skill set is really for small scoring guards.
This guy here, a bit taller, a bit longer yung susunod, si Tyler Tio ng Phoenix. Again, another friend of the show. Grabe yung mga host talaga dito. Mga points, mga shooters talaga.
We show them love.
Yeah, we show them love. 10.8 points per game, 15 in the last one against TNT.
Wow. Well, with Tyler Tio, before entering Ateneo, where he was forced to be a facilitator.
That's a good point that you're about to make.
Na medyo iniikot niya yung bolo in that
Correct.
coach tab system. Come
Correct.
on, the Xavier, he was scoring 60, 50.
Correct.
Even
Nakalimutan ko yun,
Even when he was in grade school, especially with Xavier, kasi laging merong sino yung iisa na alam mong tutuloy-tuloy in that batch. From
Right.
Jeron to Jeric, from Jeric to Jeron, Jet Manuel, Kyle Slau. Tyler was the one in his batch who was really scoring at the 50s, 60s. So, pretty much we knew, pagpasok niya kay Coach Topex during that time, medyo bibigyan siya ng freedom. And now with Coach Jamaica, it's the same thing. He's gotten his confidence na as a scorer back compared to when he was with Ateneo, and he's been showing up.
Bumalik siya
Bumalik siya dun sa
sa
role niya
pagka
dati.
savior points guard.
Sa pagka-points guard.
The next guy, you've talked about him on the show. You've showed him
Yes.
love, JD Tungkab from TNT.
Yeah. With JD, because usually he doesn't play the point, obviously. He plays the two guard, but without Mikey and Jason in the lineup, and also without RR Pogo and the likes, he had to play point guard. So most of the PBA On Tour, he was their starting point guard actually with Coach Jojo. So I don't know if that's going to be his same position when the season comes.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be Mikey's and Jason's, but he's shown that he can be that, that big point guard. Not only can he score, but he can also defend, he can facilitate, but definitely he has that scoring punch that he used to have when he was with Adamson. I feel like when he was at Adamson, he was more of a scorer. When he was with UP, medyo naging defender.
You're right.
Had more responsibility.
Bumabalik sa dating laro niya.
Tama ka dyan. And here's one guy na linigay mo sa bonus category.
Yeah.
Even if amongst all the players we mentioned, he has the most points per game. Si Huami Chongson, si Magic Chongson ng Terra Firma.
Because I feel like he's the best points guard today.
Is he?
He's the best.
What
points
makes him the
guard.
best? What makes him the best?
With this guy also, I was obviously batchmates with him. Ano pa lang to, grade school pa lang to, CSA pa lang to. Like Tyler, he would score at the 60s, at the 50s. Kaya ako napalipat ng Lasal Green Hills was because he transferred to Ateneo High School. So napalipat ako because of Wami. So sinasabi nga niya lagi, he was always a two guard. But because of his height, he was forced to be a point guard. But, with Terra Firma, he needs to score. He's their number one option. So I feel like he's the best points guard, not only his skill set, but his situation in his team. He is asked to score.
All right. 23 points
Yeah.
a game. 37, he had a conference high. Talking about Magic.
Oh, with
Chongson.
all due
Yes,
respect to
Chongson.
the Jason Castros, obviously,
Right,
the Alex Cabagno.
Right.
We're talking about the new age, ha?
Correct. Pero kaya nga, PBA On Tour.
On tour tayo.
Including Gio Halalo.
Gio Halalo.
Last na gusto mo pag-usapan.
Hindi ko siya malagay at a points guard level or a category because he's an all-around
versatile
point guard. Para sa akin, sa PBA On Tour, kung si Wami ang best points guard, ito yung best point guard in the whole PBA On Tour. If there was an MVP, I'll give it to Gio Halalo. He's been the most consistent. They haven't lost a game with him running the point. They've missed Paulie a couple of games. They've missed Mark Barok. I don't think they missed Mark Barok a couple of games, but Iron Man yan eh. Pero really, he plays as if it's, kahit saan mo maglaro si Gio, parang in season, kala mo finals lagi maglaro. So I'm gonna put Gio there, and yeah, he's been, for me, one of the best point guards in the league. Medyo na overshadow lang ng mga other big names, but definitely he's one of the best.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And of course, we're excited to see what they can do to, finish this off. If I'm not mistaken, one more game day. Tapos may next conference after a lot of Gilas action. But of course, don't forget you can watch all of the games of the PBA On Tour live and on demand using the Pilipinas Live app for just 99 pesos a month. Available on the App Store and Google Play.